life will always throw stuff or whatever it wants to throw to you until you are dissatisfied and challenge it. Meaning that our attitude towards life is very important. It is that which informs us or helps us to get from one stage to the other or stay and remain as where we are. So it is very important that our attitude towards life is checked. In the verse 4 of Luke chapter 5, the Bible says that when Jesus had finished speaking, he told Peter to launch out into the deep and let down their nets for a catch. The problem with most Christians or people in the world right now is that we are satisfied with the shallow levels of life. So we have tried various means, we are still stuck to the same old methods of doing things, even though we are not seeing results. We are not in the position to challenge ourselves and stretch beyond what we are used to. Ask yourself a couple of questions. Since you became born again, how has your devotional life been affected? How has your relationship life with God been affected? How has your relationship with man been affected? Your work ethics, everything that engulfs you, your relationships, your attitude towards your friends and your family. How has it been affected since you gave your life to Jesus? Do you just accept things as they come to you, as life presents to you, or you make it a point to challenge whatever life presents to you? Until you challenge what life presents to you, you will always be at the same level. You got to be at a point where you need to challenge life and delve deeper, launch into the deep of affairs, launch into the deep of trying to rectify things according to God's way. Until you decide and accept the challenge to launch into the deep, you are not going to see new results. Jesus gave this instruction. After he has finished speaking, he decided to instruct Simon and his colleagues. And the first statement that he made was that they should launch into the deep. Don't be satisfied at the shallow level or wherever level you are now. There is a deeper portion that you can get to. And this day, I want you to launch into the deep. Put away every iota of fear, every iota of negativity, whatever people have said you couldn't do. Just put all those negative words aside and decide to launch into the deep. You have what it takes to launch into the deep. God will not ask you to do anything that he thinks you cannot do. When he says launch into the deep, it means that he has given you the necessary strength and capabilities to be able to do so. The next instruction that Jesus gave was for them to let down their net for a catch. So launching into the deep is just the first step. It doesn't end there. Let down your nets for a catch. And that is where work is demanded. You ought to do something. By doing something, I mean put your faith to work. Launching into the deep should follow with the application of whatever you've been asked to launch. Put your faith to work. We should go beyond just words and act. The Bible says that faith without works is dead. For a catch simply means that God has already made the solution available. He has already provided whatever that is necessary for the intervention to be made. That is why he said, let down your net for a catch, because I have already provided. God will not let you just go if he hasn't made the provisions. What you got to do is to challenge yourself and say that I am not going to be in the shallow levels of life. I am going to go ahead, put my faith to work, and launch into the deep, because God has already provided. Let us put our faith to work and let us see the glory of the Lord being manifested in our life. It is not too late. It is never too late. He's able to intervene. And all we got to do is to launch into the deep of this year and let down our nets for a catch. Thank you very much for joining us today. Take it easy, take care, and I will see you again next time.